G'day and welcome back to Epic Birds. Today we're talking all about gear. In this backpack I have all of my camera gear. I've been backpacking across India for 5 weeks. So far I've taken thousands of photos and countless hours of video of the spectacular scenery and bird life of India. So let's talk about how I pack all my camera gear, how I travel with it, and why I do everything the way I do. Alright. First things first, this is not a camera backpack, okay? It's also not really a backpacking backpack. It's made of much tougher material than you typically find in a backpacking pack. And it's actually just one big compartment, okay? Which is very different to what you typically see in a proper camera backpack. And that's what I love about it, okay? Because it's just one big compartment, it allows me to have my Canon R5 with my 100 to 500mm lens and a 1.4 times converter fully assembled and ready to go. And that means that if I'm hiking around, I can literally just pull the camera out, take some shots and put it away. And I find that convenient. And I think it's also important, especially if you're traveling alone, to not have your camera gear out where everyone can see it all the time. So it's great to be able to pull it out quickly, take some shots and get it away. And so I spent a lot of time trying to find a backpack that would allow me to do that. And this pack from Macpac, which is a New Zealand company, allows me to do it perfectly. And it's worked beautifully for the last 5 weeks in India. So that's the camera, okay, which is probably the most important thing, right? But we'll put that aside. What else is in here? Well, I'm not going to show you my underwear, but there are some clothes in here, in this bag here, as well as in this bag there. So there's clothes packed in here as well as camera gear. And the clothes, of course, help to sort of cushion the camera gear as well. What else is there? Well, of course, you need a charger for batteries for the camera, so that's all in here. Over this side, I have a 35mm lens, which I do use for some landscape shots sometimes. I'll take my clothes out for a second. Here is some really important kit, okay? It's all bandaged up in a sock, just to keep it safe. At the top I have a canvas bag which contains all the random accessories you need for camera gear, okay? I've got some cables to connect up my hard drives to a laptop, which I'll show you in a second. At the bottom I have another really important piece of kit, which is an external hard drive. So I have a 1 terabyte there, but I also have a 4 terabyte drive which is tucked away in here, okay? It's padded as much as I possibly can to protect the hard drive. And so all of my photos and videos from the trip are actually duplicated across 2 different hard drives in order to maximize data security. So that's all of the main camera gear. Of course, not everything I carry is inside the backpack itself, okay? I also have a canvas bag tied on the outside. That contains things like my dirty clothes, my Lonely Planet guide, stuff like that, okay? And I have a second one of these which goes on the side as well. This has worked beautifully in India so far. My camera has survived despite the fact it's been bouncing around like you wouldn't believe on buses and trains and cars and everything else. So I think this is a great way of traveling. What do you think? What do you do? Is this how you would travel? Or would you do something different? And of course, if you do something different, let me know in the comments below. Very interested to hear how other people travel with their gear. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.